Welcome to SOMCZ YouTube channel, where we discuss business and life and how to balance with entrepreneurs. So today we're going to talk about coming from not enough to more than enough. Because we know that as a business owner, it's times where we're not making enough, or even when we're working in the career field, we may not be making enough. But then we go into owning our own business and we start seeing more than enough. And we like, shoot, I should have been did this. But in all actuality, one time yet, okay? So you're going to go on your timing. So today we have our lovely, introduce yourself.
I am Shadon Fields, known on Facebook as Shadon Tierra.
And tell them a little bit about your business before we dive into this conversation about not enough to more than enough.
I am the owner of Logistical Med and Beyond. We are a home care business where we go out and support, we support the medically fragile population with giving them, we are the hands, legs, and thoughts of people that needs help.
Awesome, awesome. So kind of tell me, when did you start this journey of Logistical Meds?
Ooh. Now, I started the journey in 2021. I started the journey as a staffing agency. Same name, but I wanted to staff medical centers with nurses, CNAs, things of that nature. But then I ended up staffing home care. So I decided to branch off and become a home care agency of my own.
So tell me, in your staffing agency, when you started staffing home care, what caught your attention and made you say, hold up, let me do this as a home care? Because if y'all didn't know, you are a
home care consultant.
No, but you personally, you are a what?
Oh, I'm an LPN. I'm a nurse.
Okay, so yes. She's a nurse. So she already been in the industry. It's not like she just jumped in and said, hey, I'm gonna own a home care agency. She's actually have been doing some of the things that is done in her home care agency.
Yes.
So when you were staffing that home care agency or the agencies, what caught your attention to make you want to say, hey, look, I think I need to do this because I'll make a change in the community?
Two things. Customer service was my #1 nitpick. I could not stand the way some of the agencies were communicating with the staff as well as the patients. Second was non-compliance. They did not understand how to properly do paperwork, filing, or compliancy with the state of South Carolina, and I knew these things. So those were the two main factors that made me branch out on my own.
That's good, y'all. I wanted her to tell y'all that, because a lot of times when people open up agencies, they open it up for money. Or they open up different businesses because they see other people bragging about the money they made in it. But for her, I know when we talked, her main two things was the need, that something that she saw needed within the home care agency community. And so she chose to take that leap of faith and open up a home care agency. And what year did you open up the agency?
2023.
Okay, now you know, Coach don't like to talk numbers. Our numbers, but today we gonna talk numbers because I want y'all to clearly understand. She opened it up in 2023, but we want to do back history. She's an LPN. She already has and understands the dynamic. She you already said customer service was one of her main ones, so she focused on customer service. She knew all the compliances, so that means she knew the ins and outs to what was needed and how it needed to be done. So from 2023 to 2022, when you opened.
The staffing agency?
No, the home care agency.
I started the staffing agency April 2023.
So that the home care agency, April 2023. So from April 2023 to now, how many employees and clients do you have?
I have a ballpark figure of staff. I need to go figure that out. I have somewhere between 35 and 45 employees.
Okay.
And clients, I have roughly about 58 clients from last year to this date.
Okay, so y'all see that? Okay, I just wanted her to tell you.
I do not think those results are typical. I'm
blown. I wanted her to tell, but I think it's not typical because a lot of people jump into the agency and they don't know the ins and outs. They don't have a clue. They just saw somebody say they're making money, or somebody on social media said, do you want to start a home care agency? And they charged them $5.99, $7.99, $2,000 to start, but they didn't properly give them all the resources they needed to be successful. But she already had all the resources within her. So not only do she own a home care agency, she also coaches you into owning your own. And why she is the best coach in that is because she knows all the ins and outs. She knows everything that you need. She knows all the compliances. She's going to give you everything you need. She's going to set you up for Medicaid and what?
Medicaid and leads to Medicare.
Okay, and leads to Medicare. So you're getting a full package. So if you're in South Carolina and you want to start a home care agency, this is the person you need to contact. Find her on Facebook at Shadon Tiara. Okay, Shadon Tiara. And if you don't know who that is, just message me. Or just comment up under the YouTube and we will point you in the right direction. But we will have all her handles on this YouTube so you can get in touch with her. So now let's talk about going from not enough to more than enough. Because I know even though you was an LPN, you wasn't making this type of money, honey. So let's talk about the transformation from being an LPN and making LPN money to being a home care agency and making home care agency money.
You mean how does it feel?
Yeah, we're going to talk about that. And then we're going to talk about it a little bit more.
It is beyond satisfying.
Okay.
Like as once a single mother of 3 children, to be able to provide for them, to be able to be a lending hand for others, to be able to also pour into other nonprofits, like it's a blessing to me because I remember when it wasn't.
Right.
I'll never forget the days that it wasn't. And this is just a blessing that I always continue to keep God first. And I thank God for the answered prayers today that I just prayed yesterday. So it's quite rewarding. Like I sit and thank God all the time. Like it's pretty good.
But y'all heard what she said. A lot of people get money and they forget. She said not only do she thank God every day, but she said she poured back into other people. So not only are her children seeing the reward of what their mama worked hard for, but they also are seeing her still reward others because she has opened up a nonprofit where she gives away for prom. She gave away this year. She did a young lady, and she did her dress. And what else you did for her?
I did her dress, nails, accessories. Only thing we didn't do was her hair. And then we sponsored 5 other girls. We sponsored 5 other girls to get their hair, makeup, and nails done. Other volunteers came in and did it for them. So we had an opportunity to give back to my hometown, and of course I hope it spread. But we were able to help 6 girls prepare for prom this year. And
she also became one of SOMCZ nonprofit sponsors. So she became our yearly sponsor. So she's helping us when it pertains to us giving to Africa, and also when it pertains to us doing classes for the youth, and also doing anything in back to school bashes for it. So we're doing a back to school bash for the parents that are entrepreneurs. So it won't be fully community. It will be more so because I know for us, we always give it. And so we have a mindset, we give, but we don't ever show up at places and take. So I know a lot of entrepreneurs are always donating because we have been blessed. We have went from not enough to more than enough. So because we're positioned, we feel like we shouldn't have to take. We'll go buy all our kids' school stuff and we'll donate to other people's school. And I'm like, no, that's not how it's supposed to go. So what we're gonna do is and she's a big part of that because she became a full-time 1-year donator. So we're going to have a back to school bash for children of entrepreneurs.
Thank you.
Yeah. So therefore,
we never look at it like that.
Yes. I looked and I was like, we're gonna be different because we're gonna do things for entrepreneurs. So I'm like, dog, well, they don't never take, because I know I don't. I don't go to a back to school bash and take anything. I don't even go to back to school bashes unless I'm a part of it and I'm giving. And the reason being is because I'm giving, so why should I take? So I go get all my kids' school supplies after I done gave out hundreds of dollars for other kids to have school supplies. And I'm like, that's not fair to entrepreneurs. Even though we don't look at it like that, I feel like it's needed.
It is. Like, we always take the short end of the stick, so that's appreciated.
Right.
Yeah.
So, as far as, I know we were talking about not enough to more than enough. Now, the change in making more than enough, how do you balance now? Because you know, when we start making more than enough, y'all, we get happy. I know I did for a minute. I was like, okay, Keisha, get back in together, because you got to have money all the time, honey. We can't go back to paycheck to paycheck. So, how do you balance?
First, I had to acknowledge, okay, you're making it, slow down a little bit. So I think the first couple months, I enjoyed it.
We all do.
Yeah, it was, I mean, I dived in. But I had to realize, and I had to start setting, thanks to Coach Nakisha, I started setting financial goals.
Okay.
Financial goals, my accountant sat down and put me down on a payment schedule. So after I enjoyed the fruits of the labor at first, I set those goals. But it was, a time was had.
We all have a time at the beginning. Until we realize, hold on, we don't want to go back.
Yes.
We don't want to go back to not enough.
Yes.
So we want to stay in the fruit of more than enough. So when we stay in that fruit of more than enough, that means we got to budget. We got to balance. We still going to have a good time now, but we got to know, okay, we can't spend $20,000 in a month.
I just remember when I couldn't. And then I kind of like had to get it together. But yeah, those small goals make a difference. I have monthly goals. Okay, this is what I want to see in the overflow, not just from whatever, but I set those monthly goals, and I think I'm doing good. I know what I want to see by the end of the year, so I'm trying to do that.
So it was a pleasure talking to you. This was good, y'all. So if y'all listen, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. But first, I want y'all to get all her handles so that you can follow her on all the platforms. If you are looking for a home care agency for a loved one, make sure you contact her. She's in Columbia, South Carolina. What all areas are you in?
Columbia, Richland County, Lexington County, Orangeburg, Kershaw, Bamberg, and Barnwell County.
All right, so if you are looking for her in any of those, for a home care agency in any of those areas, make sure you contact Logistical Meds. And if you are looking to open a home care agency and you're looking for somebody who's going to give you everything you need, going to hold your hand, that's what she believes in, holding your hand through the entire process and giving you everything you need from handbooks on down, this is the person for you. So when you follow her on the handles, you'll be able to see each individual company so that you can get in contact with her and get those things. So I want you to tell them how they can follow you on Facebook. She already told y'all Shadon Tiara, but Facebook, Instagram, if you're on TikTok, your TikTok handle, so they can follow you on all social media platforms.
Okay, my personal platform is Shadon Tiara. You can reach me there at any time, and that'll actually lead you to every other platform I have. For home care, if you are a client in need or worker in need, or just want to be familiar with the home care industry, Logistical Med and beyond. If you would like to become a home care agency and you want the blueprint for success, the Home Care Builders. That is where I will lead you, hold your hand, and I would love to share the wealth and knowledge for you to become a home care agency of your very own.
All right, so thank y'all for tuning in to SOMCZ, Balancing Business and Life. Until the next time, y'all know how Coach do it. Deuces. Bye.